Okay, the idea is we put these two little wings down, and then we're able to put the studs into the top here. And so we're going to turn them from raw studs into processed studs. Okay, so then we open up the two wings once they're in. And then the idea is that when we turn this one crank on the back, that the studs should come out of both of the conveyor belts at the same time. And then at the same time, there is this mechanism that moves up and down. And the idea is it's supposed to look like it's basically stamping the studs or something like that.
Yeah, the issue is the mechanism doesn't work very well and the camera's running out of battery, so I really have to cut it now.
Okay.
It's not supposed to make sense in Totally Normal Town.
Welcome to Totally Normal Town. It seems that the town has the grim again, so we would like to document this town one last time before something happens to it.
We already documented the town through some photos, link in the description, and while the photos were being taken, some things got moved around, so yeah, so some of the minifigures and stuff are not in the same place that they might have been in the earlier photos. So, yeah, some things are kind of haphazardly placed, but that's not important. Let's get to the documentation.
Okay, so let's start with this tower. This tower is a very fun build. This is one of my favorite builds. You can see that we can actually take the top off and see inside, and we can take this layer off as well and see inside. And the train can go into the tunnel, and we have a magic portal for the train, and then we also have a couple of other magic portals where the train can come out the other side.
Well, not really a couple. We just have like, where did it go? We did have this build here where we had one magic portal propped up on some rails, but that was basically it. And that's not really in the town. It's just kind of down here along with this box or bin of like various other minifigures.
Yeah, but we could set it up where they could travel to other places. And so here's the town. As you can see...
You mean the train?
I mean, it's a train, yes. That is SMCP-TNT, which is the Société Municipale de Chemin de Plastique de Totally Normal Town.
That's apparently based on like...
SNCF.
Yeah, the SNCF, which is this French train thing that I don't actually know that much about.
Right, I mean, it's the National French Train Company. And you can see also that the train station has the same. The train station is actually a set, so it's...
Here it is, yeah.
It's mostly, I mean, the train station is not that interesting. It's basically a variant of a set. And this candy shop is just a set, so that one's not quite as interesting. But this apartment building is an original build, and it also, you can take off the top to look inside, and each floor you can take off to see who's inside each floor. So that's a fun one. And so then we have this small fruit stand. This is an original build. Then over here, actually, can we see? Oh yeah, can we see also the side of the tower? You can see the cute little stream running down the side of the tower, and the little frog habitat.
Let me see. Yeah, there's a bunch of frogs here.
Little cave. Yeah, and then here we have the internet cafe. And possibly also co-working space. You can see there's a lot of good place for people to work. This is an original build. Nico laid down the footprint, and then I added the walls with these, you know, they're not really walls, but to suggest as if it were a building, but at the same time it's very open. And here's the park. So we have a little carousel with animals. Yeah, so then the animals are, well, I think this is not entirely original. This is mostly based on sets. Same with the trees. The fountain is completely original, though. And then in the back?
I built this abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, which is based on Five Nights at Freddy's, which is something I'm a big fan of. Yeah, there isn't really anything interesting in there outside of my best attempt at making like an abandoned looking Lego building. So
Yeah, it's very cool. And this little tiny post office is basically based off of part of the train station set.
Yeah.
Then this dojo is actually, it's obviously Ninjago. It is an original build, but it's based on, as you can see, the sides slide open and you can see treasures inside. It's obviously based on ideas from all the Ninjago sets. So it's a couple of different Ninjago sets that we kind of like merged into a new dojo set. So then we have Hogwarts. This is an original version of Hogwarts. You can kind of see this building actually opens like this, so you can see the interior. And yeah, then we have the fire department. This is actually just a set. Mostly I had to modify it so that it would fit the tectonic plates, so that it would open in the center. Because before it was just open straight up and open in the back, but I had to make it so it could be divided down the middle so that it would fit all the tectonic plates. Same with this set, although this one actually isn't a set. This is a completely original build. This is downstairs, it's Cope, and upstairs and in the roof it's Chez Francois, which is a fancy French restaurant. And you can see Francois inside.
I can't really get a good look
okay,
at
it
him.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
But anyway.
I mean, he is visible in one of the photos.
Right,
Or
exactly.
at least one of them.
Okay, but so yeah, so this is an original build that I made to go across the tectonic plates. So when we peel the tables apart, you can actually see the interior both of the upstairs and the downstairs. And so downstairs is Cope and upstairs is Chez Francois.
Okay.
And this is the Space Needle. This is actually just a set.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then of course these two buildings. This is essentially a set, but the original thing was a cafe and a bike shop. They went out of business and they got replaced by Leo Dublin Space College and a Little Caesars. These buildings also open in the back. Let's see if we can. We'll open them.
There's a little bit of open them.
No, it's not hard to open them. I just don't want to break them, but they open like this. And so you can see the interior if you pull the tables out. You can play in the interior. Okay. And then this little tiny thing is a recreation center. We have a little skateboarding area. We have ping pong. A little interior place where we can put the supplies if we want to.
Though there's never anything in there.
Oh, there could be. And basketball. A climbing area, a climbing wall. And then in the back we have the factory. I'm going to include a little bit of a video of the factory actually working. All of these gears really do work. It's a little tricky to get them all working because you can actually kind of see it working now. Can you see the other thing is moving, or it was?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, both of the conveyor belts do move simultaneously when you turn the crank, along with this mechanism here. And the little studs fall down. But this, I like kind of the design of how it looks in terms of, having the factory be above these storage areas where I can put the 4 crates. And to have the conveyor belts coming out on both sides and have like an industrial look and feel to it. And all of these gears really do stuff. No gears are just decorative in this. The only problem is that the gears, there's kind of too many gears. So it's like too many gears that each individual gear has to push, and then it makes it not work as well as it should, essentially. So I hope to make a better factory next time. I think that's pretty much it. Do you see anything else we'd like to?
I guess I can point out that while the camera wasn't looking, I put the flag that got knocked off the fire department earlier.
Very cool.
And yeah, that's basically it, outside of the fact that I put a lot of thought into where the various minifigures have been placed, and then a bunch of them kind of got messed up, and yeah. Oh well. I'm not going to go into all the stuff with the minifigures because that would take forever, and I might have forgotten some of it by now. Though I will point out that this vending machine was originally supposed to be on this tree.
You should turn it around so you can see the front. This is actually a working vending machine, and it was from the Power Miners sets. We've saved it because it's always kind of fun. We've liked it from the beginning.
Also, the shark is supposed to be somewhere on here, but I don't remember where exactly.
Right. So then we'll include this short video of the factory moving, and then I think that's it for Totally Normal Town, and let the Let the destruction begin.